Social media, when managed correctly, can help you to drive sales, increase brand awareness, and aid your search engine optimization efforts. It provides a free source of traffic and allows for you to have access to promote to your customers almost at will. During this course, I'm going to be showing you how you can optimize your business social media profiles to boost your authority online and increase your revenue. I hope you are ready for a social media makeover. Let's get started. Collaborating with influencers can be a great way for you to quickly build your authority on social media. It's a great way for you to build long-lasting relationships with influencers that can result in multiple sales, not just in the short term, but also in the future term as well. And it can help you to build up your social numbers as well as driving sales back to your business. But you want to strike the balance between finding an influencer who has a large following, but also a niche following. And in a lot of cases, finding an influencer who has a niche following can be a lot more beneficial in terms of actually driving business results than just looking at an influencer who has the numbers. But what do you want to look out for when prospecting for influencers to potentially collaborate with? Well, first and foremost, you want to think about how engaged their audience is. Are their audience liking their posts? Are their audience commenting and sharing their posts? And also you want to check, is this particular influencer trying their best to respond back to their audience as well? Also, how closely do their audience match your target demographic? This is super important. Just because someone has a big following doesn't necessarily mean that their followers want to buy into your product or into your service. How often do these influencers post? If an influencer is not posting enough, then their audience might not be used to seeing their posts, and as a result, your promotional post might not get the exposure that you so desire. But likewise, if they post way too often, then your post can quickly be missed, and people might not see it because it will be buried behind all of their new posts and no one will see your promotion. Also, you have to think about how well will this influencer represent you. You have to remember that when you're collaborating with influencers, then they actually take on your brand. So if they don't represent you well, then this could negatively impact your brand as a whole. There are a number of methods of which you can adopt to work with influencers. You can use the traditional sponsorship deal, and this is basically when you pay an influencer to promote your product or your service with an upfront fee. You can also do affiliate marketing. Now, this is where the influencer will be compensated based on how many sales they generate for your business. Now, there are some influencers who might want a combination of both a sponsorship deal and also an affiliate marketing deal. Now, this can seem a little bit greedy, but it's not, because if an influencer is actually being compensated for the sales they are generating, they may actually be more incentivized to make sure the promotion turns into sales and customers for your business because they're being rewarded for that. And lastly, there are freebies as well. With micro influencers, you might be able to give them a free product or offer them some of your services for free in return for them promoting your business. So working with influencers can help you to quickly boost your following and also drive online sales. So boosting your following is great for vanity metrics. It also makes your brand look a little bit more professional and trustworthy. And also it needs to equate to online sales as well. So social media is a great driver for online sales. A lot of people are utilizing social media as a way to actually find and prospect or discover new products and services as well. So you can actually use coupon codes for your influencers as well. So if you give each influencer a different coupon code, it means that their audience get a discount for using their coupon code, but it also gives you the opportunity to actually track the results that each influencer is driving for you. So you know if an influencer is driving you a lot of results, you might want to work with them again. Most social media platforms now offer the opportunity for you to go live, and this could be useful in a number of ways. And if you're not utilizing going live on social media for your business just yet, then I highly recommend that you start. So what are some of the benefits to live streaming? Well, first and foremost, it creates an incentive to follow you. If you're creating live events on social media that your followers are interested in attending, then they are a lot more likely to click that follow button and follow you so that they don't miss when you go live. You can also create content on the fly, so a lot of platforms that offer live streaming actually give you the opportunity to save that live and have it as part of your organic feed. So if you are struggling to keep up with the demands of creating content, then this is a great way for you to live stream and then just have that content published to that particular platform. Live streaming also creates opportunity to collaborate as well. So if you are regularly live streaming, then you can invite guests on within your niche as well. And these guests, if they have influence on social media, then potentially they could bring their audience along as well. And this can create a live that actually brings a lot more people in to follow you and to create awareness about what you are doing on social media. But also on certain platforms, when you go live with a particular influencer, then their followers can see that you are both live as well. So it's a great way to share audiences. Also, going live creates an opportunity for you to engage with your followers. They can ask you questions live and you can answer them live as well. And this can help bridge the gap between followers and your business and really create a personable relationship with the people who are following your business account. The last thing that you want is to create a live on social media that nobody shows up to or nobody finds useful. This can be very disheartening, not to mention a big waste of your time. There are a few things that you need to do to improve the chances of having a successful live on social media. Here are some tips for a successful live. Firstly, you want to promote your live. So I don't recommend just doing impromptu lives where you literally just click the go live button, but actually schedule your lives a few days in advance at least and tell your followers that you plan on going live. Promote that on social media, maybe to your email list as well, maybe potentially have it up on your website. Wherever people will see it, make sure you promote it so that they can schedule it into their calendar and they can actually show up. You also want to welcome people at the beginning. So the beginning of the live is usually quite awkward because people are still joining on and potentially you're just looking at the screen while people are coming on and joining you. So you want to welcome people, maybe ask people where they are from, ask people what they want to get from that live. So there's a little bit of interaction before you start with your presentation. You want to make sure that you have a well thought out structure for your live as well. Don't just go live with no plan, but make sure you have prepared what you want to say. If your live starts to drop off and the value starts to really decline, then this can impact how many people actually decide to stay watching you live. And potentially if people are not gaining value from your lives, then they might not share your live and they might not come back to your future lives. Lastly, you also want to leave space for questions. This might be during your live or this might be a designated time at the end of your live, but you want to make sure you are engaging and interacting with your audience. That's the difference between going live and just posting pre-recorded content. So make sure you are actually leaving space to answer people's questions. Going live can help you to grow your audience organically. It can help you to create regular content more consistently, and it can help you to build a strong connection with your followers. More of a connection with your followers equals interactions with your posts. So your posts are likely to get more likes, more comments, and more shares because your followers feel connected to you. They are also more likely to buy from you as well, because when you're going live and giving them value, then they're going to trust you more and they're more likely to take action on your call to actions when you are promoting your products or your services. In order to create content that will attract your target customers and bring your followers closer to making a buying decision, it's important to firmly understand who your target customer actually is. Simply put, the better you know your customer, the easier it becomes to sell to them. So what exactly do you need to know about your target customer? Firstly, who are they? You should know how old they are, their gender, their common interests, and this will help you to shape the way you deliver your content. you will know what language to use, and you will know how to position your content in a way that meets the needs of your target customers. You also want to consider what content do they currently consume. Are there creators on that platform that you're planning to create content on that already has the attention of your target customers? Potentially, you can emulate what they're doing, or at least use that as ideas so you know what kind of content you can create to attract those same people. What social platforms are they actually using? There's no point creating content on a platform where your target customers are not spending the majority of their time. Figure out where your target customers are and create a strategy for that particular platform. You also want to create content that your customers will benefit from. Don't just create content that you think will drive the most likes and shares, but actually understanding the pain points of your target customer is crucially important, and create content that will benefit them, and this will actually make them a lot more likely to follow you. There are three main pillars to creating valuable content. The first is content that inspires. The second is content that entertains. And thirdly, content that educates. Your content on social media should be hitting at least one, if not more, of these pillars. There are also different types of content as well. You can be creating video content, you can be creating written articles, infographics, pictures, or you can be going live. Now, the type of content that you focus the majority of your time creating will also depend on your target demographic. If they are people who enjoy watching videos, then you want to focus on video content. If they like reading, then you want to focus more on articles. If they are visual people, then if infographics and pictures might really work well for you. But as a rule of thumb, I would always recommend having a mixture of different content types to try and attract your target customers to your social media profiles. Content syndication is when you take one piece of content and turn it into other forms of content. This is a really popular marketing method when it comes to social media. But why is content syndication so effective? Well, firstly, content syndication gives your content a second chance. Let's say, for example, your main platform is YouTube, where you produce a lot of content and you come up with a concept. Maybe it costs you a lot of time, maybe it costs you a lot of money, energy and effort, and you believe that this piece of content is going to really perform well for you, and you post it on YouTube and it underperforms. Well, if you syndicate that content and utilize it in other places, then it may still perform really well, and it helps to give your content a second chance. You can also save a lot of time when it comes to content syndication. If you are planning on producing content on multiple platforms, then you don't have to come up with content ideas from scratch. You can use content that you have already produced and just turn it into something else. You can also spread content across platforms, and this helps you to be cross-platform, which can help you to build a following and an audience in multiple places rather than having all of your eggs in one basket. Long-form content provides detailed information or resources. So a couple of examples of long-form content might be an IGTV on Instagram, or a long-form YouTube video, or a written article, maybe that you post on your blog, or perhaps on a platform such as LinkedIn or Medium. Shorter forms of content might be short video clips, and these provide information or resources quickly. So for example, platforms such as TikTok help you to create really short form videos. You may also have short infographics that you post on Instagram, or maybe Instagram Reels is another example of short form content, and YouTube Shorts. So normally you would start with long form content, and you would turn long form content into shorter forms of content. So for example, you might start off with a YouTube video or a blog article, and you can convert that into a short infographic, or maybe a short video that you post on TikTok or Instagram Reels. Now you can turn a long form content into another piece of long form content. For example, you might have a long YouTube video and you might turn that into a blog article that you post on your website. But as a rule of thumb, usually you will start with a long form piece of content, and turn that into shorter forms of content that you can post elsewhere on different social media platforms. A social bookmarking website is a platform that allows users to store and share internet bookmarks. So these can be links to websites, and these include platforms such as Reddit, Pinterest, and Digg. So an upvote is when users of a social bookmarking website actually vote up a link. So the more upvotes a particular link gets, then the more popularity that particular post has, and the more exposure and the more people potentially can see that particular post. So first and foremost, these social bookmarking websites can help your website to gain traffic. So a lot of votes means that a particular bookmark will be attracting a lot of traffic organically from that particular bookmarking website. And secondly, it can help improve SEO as well. So a page that has been upvoted by a lot of users is also an indicator to platforms such as Google, Yahoo, and Bing that this specific page is a popular one, and in turn this can positively impact the page's search engine results. So if a page is getting a lot of upvotes and a lot of people are interacting with that particular page on the social bookmarking website, then the major search engines can see these links being shared and being upvoted, and this can increase the authority of that page and in turn potentially help that page to rank higher in the search engines and attribute more authority to that website in general. Twitter is a great platform for you both to promote your website and pages on your website, but it's also a great way for you to build authority in the search engines as well. So this is an example here. I was featured on SE Rankings Twitter. They added me on Twitter and they included a link to one of the videos that I made on behalf of SE Ranking. So what this does is it allows people to actually find this video, and I can actually generate traffic to that link now organically via Twitter, just of virtue of it being there. But also I have retweeted this and shared this on my Twitter account as well. And the reason why this is important is because Google and all of the other major search engines can actually see when a link on social media has been shared and liked a lot. And these shares are known as social shares in the eyes of search engines. So the more social shares a specific link has, is the more of authority that the search engines will attribute to that particular link. So you want to try your best to use platforms such as Twitter to be sharing links to your pages as well, but don't just share the link. As you can see, SE Ranking have actually put a little bit of context behind their tweet as well, and they've shared an attractive image to kind of like help it to attract as many people as possible, and this obviously will help to attract more people to like and share as well. And if you can add people who potentially are involved in that particular page of your site or involved in some way, shape or form, then this can encourage people to actually retweet. Another thing with Twitter as well is you can add hashtags, and these hashtags allow for your posts to be a little bit more discoverable on social media. So people can actually search for hashtags and potentially stumble across your tweet. Now, this particular post that I posted on Twitter was a link to my website, and the image here is the image that is actually associated to the specific page on that website. So again, that allows the post to be a little bit more attractive. It allows for me to take up more real estate on Twitter, but you can manually add your own images to Twitter as well. But when you are creating posts on Twitter and you're tweeting out on Twitter, it can help you to boost traffic to specific pages, but also boost authority as well when you're using those hashtags, when you're getting those retweets and those social shares. Reddit is a great platform for you to share links, drive traffic back to your website, and also to build authority to specific pages on your website. So how Reddit works is you can actually see what is popular by how many upvotes a particular post has. So as you can see, this one here has 36.9 thousand upvotes. So you can upvote it yourself as well. You can leave comments, you can share, you can save, and you can join particular groups on Reddit and communities on Reddit. It's also a great way for you to do your market research, for you to see what's hot and trending within your particular niche. So with Reddit, it is really easy to post. All you need to do is sign up for an account, and you can actually have a normal post where you post a title and a little bit of a description of where it is you're posting. You can also use a hyperlink as well to link to a specific page or pages from your website. You can also use images and videos as well and upload that directly to Reddit, or you can actually use a link as well and give your link a title, and you can post a link directly to Reddit, and you can post a link directly to a specific community on Reddit as well. So you can search for communities. So for example, if I type in beauty, it will give me a list of all of the popular beauty communities that you can post your link to. So if I click on one, for example, then it will show me how many members this particular community has had and how many members are online at the moment. And you can also read a little bit of a blurb about what this community is all about, so you can make sure you're posting in a relevant community. So there's also rules for this particular community as well, so make sure you read these rules before you decide to post in any particular group. And Reddit have their own rules as well, so remember to stick by their guidelines as well before you make any posts. So when you do sign up for your Reddit account, you do want to make sure that you join a few communities and listen into the conversation, see what people are talking about and see how people are posting. This will impact the way you post so that your posts get the most engagement. Remember, it's not just about leaving your links on Reddit to get traffic back and build authority, but it's also about doing your market research, figuring out what is hot and trending, and using that as information to what you can post on Reddit and other social media platforms as well. So you can actually click to see all of the communities that are available, and you can search for communities as well. So you can see what is popular, see what communities are here by categories, and make sure you join a few as well and join in on the conversation to start to get a feel for what Reddit is all about. Pinterest is a platform whereby you can actually add pins and create boards. So a pin would be normally an image, but it can be a video as well. As you can see, there's mainly images here, but there are a few videos as well. And these videos and images actually link out to specific web pages, and people can click on these images and they can either go to the web page and potentially buy the product, or read the article, or whatever it is the call to action for this particular pin. And they can also decide to save this pin as well. You can see the comments and they can make comments, and that's for posts. But just kind of looking at a video, so you can see another example, people can click on videos as well, and you can actually like posts as well. So up here you can like a post, and this is really great for search engine optimization, because if you post a pin on Pinterest and it gets a lot of people liking, this particular post has 184 likes, and this particular account has 11,000 followers. So that will help to attribute traffic and also authority back to the web page that it is linking to, which can help it to perform better in search engines. Now you can also create your own pins and your own boards as well. If I go down here to the plus button, then I can create a pin, and I want to upload an image or a video here. And what I can do is click on this button here and add an image and upload that to Pinterest. And what you want to make sure is that the image helps to promote the link, whatever the link is that you want to drive traffic to or help to improve authority to. So as you can see, this particular image says 25 ways to boost blog traffic. So if that was a blog article on my website, then I would add the destination URL to this specific blog article, and I can also add a title, and I can tell people what this pin is all about, and I can actually add this pin to one of my boards. So I've got pre-created boards already. I've got one on marketing, I've got one on social media, but if I wanted to create a new one, then I can select create board. Maybe this one is on blogging, for example, and I can create that board and add this new pin to the blogging category, and I can save that. So this is how you create pins on Pinterest, and this can help you not only to drive traffic to your website, but also to help you to boost authority. Digg is a great platform for both for you to share links and to find useful links as well for popular articles and popular topics that you can engage with and also potentially write about and share as well. So as you can see with Digg, it shows you the posts and it shows you the popular ones and how many likes they've gotten. You can also bookmark a post or share a post to your social media profiles as well, and you can actually search for content on Digg via the different categories as well. So depending on what industry you are in, you are going to want to focus on a specific category, and you can see what's trending, what's getting a lot of likes, what people are bookmarking and sharing on Digg, to give you an idea of what's popular before you decide to go and then post something as well. So you want to kind of keep in mind, I would recommend going through Digg and just seeing what is popular on here, seeing what people are using as their titles, see what people are using as their description and as their main image as well, and how people are attracting likes and how people are attracting shares to their particular pages. So once you know what you want to speak about on Digg and you know what page you want to promote, you can click your profile and submit your own link to Digg as well. And the first thing you want to do is actually submit a link to your specific web page. Now, you don't want to just put a link directly to your home page, but you want to put a link directly to the page that the post on Digg is going to be speaking about. Then leave a story title. Make sure that this is engaging, and your story kicker should be engaging as well as your playful description. Remember, you're trying to attract people to like, and you're trying to attract people to click and to share. The social shares, the more social shares you get, this will help you to improve your authority on social media and as well in the search engines, and it will also help you to drive traffic if your links look engaging. So you can also drag and drop an image here. Again, make sure it's related to the article, but you want it to be enticing. You want people to look at that and want to take some sort of action as well on your specific link. You can also go to the explore page of Digg as well, and you can kind of see different categories and figure out what is trending there as well and what people are actually speaking about. So depending on what industry you are in, for example, if you are in the technology industry, then you might want to click on that and see what posts are getting a lot of likes and attention. And this might give you information about how you go and then post on Digg yourself. And it's a great way as well for you to stay top of your industry and just know what is going on. And potentially you can commentate on that either on Digg or on your other social media platforms as well. Instagram offers multiple opportunities for you to post different types of content. Firstly, I want to speak about stories. So stories last for 24 hours and someone can click on your profile to view your latest story. You can actually save your stories as well. So although they only last for 24 hours, you can save them and categorize your stories here for people to catch up with later on down the line. So not all is lost after 24 hours if you decide to save your stories here. You also want to ensure that your bio actually features your company name and hopefully what you do as well. And you have the opportunity to leave a little bio as well. So I highly recommend using that to tell people about what it is that you do and what it is that you offer. you have an opportunity to leave one link inside your Instagram bio. So choose that link carefully. You might want that link to actually be a page where people can access other links as well. So I use Linktree for this. So when someone clicks on that link, it takes them to a page where they can access other pages that are important as well, including my YouTube channel, my LinkedIn learning courses, so on and so forth. So there are different types of content you can post on Instagram. You have the single image where you can literally just post one image like this, for example. You also have the opportunity to post a carousel of images. This could be multiple images. This is great for e-commerce as well. If you want to showcase multiple products and people can slide through the different images in one post. You can also post videos, but you can post different types of videos. So you can post short form videos. So here is an example of a short form video. If I scroll down, this is a 1 minute video, and you can tell this because it's got a little triangle in the top right hand corner. So this means it's a short form video. You can also post a carousel of short videos as well. So if I scroll up right here, I have a carousel of short form 1 minute videos. So this could be quite interesting as well for your followers. And you can also post longer form content in the form of an IGTV, and your IGTVs will have this little symbol up here. As well as this, you can post reels as well. So when you click on reels, it will show you the different reels that are available that this particular account has posted, and you can create your reels as well. This is another form of short form videos for Instagram. And you can also, in these tabs here as well, access all of the IGTVs for this particular account as well, so you can kind of see and navigate through the different IGTV videos here. So I highly recommend trying your best to utilize all of the different features of your Instagram account to make the most of it. Be posting short form videos, long form videos, reels, single images, videos, and carousel videos, so you can actually utilize Instagram to its fullest capacity. You can also link your Instagram account to your products on your website, so people can actually click your Instagram links and directly buy your products. And this can be done within Facebook's Commerce Manager. So if you go to business.facebook.com/commerce, you can add your shop to Facebook, and this will connect it to your Instagram account as well. So it kind of shows you the steps of how to do this. It's pretty simple and it's pretty easy to do, and your Facebook account will actually connect to your Instagram directly to the products on your website. YouTube happens to be the second largest search engine in the world after Google, and not only that, but YouTube videos are starting to end up in the first pages of Google search results more and more. So it's really useful for you to create a YouTube channel for your website so that some of your videos can actually get exposure for the keywords that are important for you and for your business. But how do you optimize your YouTube videos for the maximum exposure? Well, first and foremost, you want to have the right keyword ideas. And one of the best ways to do keyword research for YouTube is to actually utilize YouTube Suggest. So this is when you go to the search bar and you start typing in a keyword that is related to your business. So let's say, for example, you have a baking related business. You can actually type in baking, and as you will see, some suggested keywords will start coming. Now, these keywords are not here by accident. These keywords are here because enough people have typed in these keywords in the past for YouTube to try and predict what it is you are trying to say. So it's very likely that these topics are going to be topics that are high in demand and that a lot of people are searching for. Now, as you can see, there are some keywords here that are more short tail. So short tail keywords are short and usually quite vague in nature. So baking and baking recipes and baking cakes. But you also can see a little bit more longer tail keywords. So baking soda teeth whitening and baking soda vinegar. Now, not all of these are necessarily going to be exactly what it is you want to create content on. So you need to be wise about that as well. But the more in depth, the more specific your keyword is, then the greater chance you have of competing in YouTube and in Google search as well when you decide to create video content on those topics. So if I choose baking recipes, then I can actually click the space bar, and as you can see, it creates even more longer tail keywords for me to choose from. So now I have baking recipes for beginners, and I'm going to click on that, and then again I'm going to click, and I'm going to click the space bar, and there's loads of more different keywords. So you have baking recipes for beginners, desserts. So it's getting more and more specific, as you can see. And when you kind of stop, there stops being keywords coming up, then that might be a video that you want to focus on. So baking recipes for beginners, desserts. And then what you want to do is start looking at the videos that are already ranked on YouTube. So these videos have millions of views, 9 million here, 3 million here, 4 million here. And so you know that this is a topic that is highly in demand. Now, what you want to do is try to look for anomalies within the search results as well. As you can see, a lot of the videos on this topic are from YouTube channels that have this verified tick. So it might be difficult for you to create content on this topic and rank highly because all of the videos seem to be videos that have a tick. So what you want to try and do is find a YouTube channel that has a video on this topic that isn't verified. So we've got this one here, we've got this one here. So we can try, for example, and open this one in a new tab and see how many subscribers this particular channel has. So we can see that this channel has 34,000 subscribers. And then when you look at their video count, you can see that most of their videos have, less than 2,000 views. So that's an anomaly. So this channel is not used to getting the amount of views that they got on this particular video. This video got 15,000 views, and their videos are used to getting less than 2,000. So that's an indicator that that video, if you were to create a video on that topic, then you would likely do well as well, because it's a topic that a lot of, smaller YouTube creators are having success with. Now, you can also sort your YouTube channel by the most popular videos, and this can be really useful to you to figure out what topics are really popular rather than reinventing the wheel. So if you click on most popular, it will show you the videos on this channel that has the most views. Now, you can actually use this to sift out what's really engaging and what videos people are finding most interesting, and choosing your topics this way. So if you find YouTube channels that speak about similar topics that you plan on speaking about, then browse through their most popular videos and see if you can create content on those topics as well. And chances are you can actually attain a similar view count and a similar subscriber base than some of the channels that have been around for a lot longer than you have been. But how do you optimize your YouTube channel to receive the most amount of traffic from YouTube and potentially from Google as well? Well, if you go to the search bar and you type in niche marketing, I'm going to show you how I've been able to optimize some YouTube videos for my channel. So one of the top videos that show up is one of my videos, and this video has had 20,000 views. And I want to show you what I've done in order to attain this. So if you click on the video itself, then you will be able to see the keyword niche marketing is within my title. And I also have the keyword niche marketing within my description as well. And you won't be able to see it here, but in my tags as well, I also have niche marketing. Now, you also want to make sure that your video itself is engaging, that it gets to the point, and that it actually teaches people or shows people what the title suggests it's going to show people, because the more of your video that people actually consume and watch, this will add to what's known in YouTube as watch time, and this will actually bump your video up within the search engines of YouTube as well. And as well as this, notice my thumbnail as well. I've tried to make my thumbnail appealing to some of the people who might be searching for niche marketing. So you want to take some time as well to create an attractive thumbnail to get people clicking on your YouTube videos. Starting a Facebook page is a great way to engage with some of your customers And it's also a great way for you to promote some of your products and services and keep your customers up to date as well with new product features and what's going on with your business. It's also a great way to be found within search engines as well. So when someone types your brand name into Google, it's really important that you have control over that narrative. And creating a Facebook page allows you to potentially show up in Google for your company's brand name again within the first 10 search results, so you can dominate the first page of Google for your brand. So you want to make sure that you have your brand name as the name of your Facebook page, and also make sure you have your logo in the image section as well. And your name should be in the @ section as well. This is how people will find you when they're searching for your page. It's also important as well that you try to include some of your keywords, if possible, within the about section as well, because there is a possibility that people can actually find you via keywords when searching for a page or when searching Google even. And also you want to make sure that you leave a link to your website using your Facebook page, because again, the major search engines can actually see these links from your social media profiles, and this can really help you with regards to boosting your website's authority in the eyes of the major search engines. And you want to make sure people can contact you via your Facebook page as well, because not everybody wants to send an email. Some people are more familiar with using Facebook as a resource to actually reach out to brands and to companies. So if you have this option for people to message you, then do make sure you're checking your messages often, because this can be a really great way for you to improve your customer service. If someone is having an issue on your website or with their product or with your service, then you can quickly respond to them and give them a positive experience with your brand. Now, this is an example of LinkedIn Learning's Facebook page. They have a variety of different types of content. They have links to different articles. They also have images as well, but you can also create video content as well to put on your Facebook page too. And this variety of content helps to keep your customers engaged in what you are saying. So really think about what type of content you're putting on your page, not necessarily just to update your customers, but also it needs to be eye-catching as well. And it needs to actually engage your followers to help them to stay engaged and hopefully to share your page as well. Managing multiple social media profiles can prove challenging, but there are a few things that you can do to help the process become a little bit easier for yourself. Firstly, creating a content calendar. This is when you know what to post and when to post it. You might have specific days for posting specific types of content. So Monday might be a particular posting day and you know what you're supposed to post, but also your audience know what type of content to expect from you on a Monday. Some of the benefits to creating a content calendar include it keeps you consistent on a week-to-week basis, so people know what to expect from you and when to tune in. It also allows you to plan for future content. And as well as this, you can actually create batch content. So you might have a specific content creation day where you create all of your content and you know where that content will fit on each day of your content calendar. You could also do content scheduling. This is when you upload content to be published in the future. Now, some platforms allow you to schedule content organically within the platform. So for example, with YouTube, you can upload a YouTube video and have it scheduled for some time in the future. Whereas with other social media platforms, you might need to use a third-party website in order to schedule your posts. Some of the benefits to content scheduling include it allows you to bulk upload. So once you have created your content, you can upload your content in bulk and schedule it to go out so that it's not overwhelming for your audience. This also allows you to keep consistent as well, and it creates efficiency within your workflow. Content syndication is also a great way to help you to manage multiple social media profiles. So content syndication is when you take one piece of content and turn it into another form of content that could potentially be used on other social media platforms. This is an example of a YouTube video that I filmed on free keyword research tools that you can use to get found in search engines. I took this video and I used it to create a 1-minute snippet for Instagram. I also took the same video and used it to create an infographic for Instagram as well. And this is actually a carousel image as well. So the title is Best Free Tools for SEO. And I'm listing the tools in the second image here. And this is usable on multiple different platforms as well. So this is an example of how I have taken one piece of content and turned it into other forms of content, and you can do the same as well to help you to create content for multiple platforms all at once. Shareable content is content that makes a large number of people want to share it. Social sharing can really help with improving your website authority. So if you have, for example, a link that you have shared on social media and that link from your website is being shared a lot of times, then the major search engines can see these shares, and these are called social shares. And this is a signal to the major search engines that that page on that website and the website overall should be authoritative. It contains some piece of information that is valuable or entertaining. So this can really help to attribute authority back to your site and help improve your overall search engine optimization of your website. It also obviously helps to increase traffic from social media. So if you are getting a lot of shares on social media, then this is likely to drive people back to your website to take some specific action, whether that to be to read your blog articles, to become a newsletter subscriber, or maybe even to purchase your products or your services. It can also help you to improve your vanity metrics. So the more shares you're getting, it will likely increase your likes. It will likely increase your amount of followers as well. And this is always great to help to build your social media profiles. It can in turn help to boost your online sales as well if you're getting a lot of attraction to your posts because you're creating shareable posts. Then this can drive people to make purchase decisions on your website. So shareable content can be content that is humorous, content that is out of the ordinary, content that is something spectacular, something that is eye-catching, something beautiful, something shocking, something insightful, or something unexpected, just to name a few. So if you're struggling with creating shareable content ideas for your brand, then you might want to pick something out of this. Can you turn a mundane post and make it a little bit more humorous, make it a little bit out of the ordinary, make it spectacular, make it catch somebody's eye? Is there an image you can use to make it beautiful? Is it a shocking piece of information that people don't know about? Maybe it's a health thing that people don't realize is impacting their health. Maybe you can reveal that and make it shocking, or create some sort of insight that people can benefit from, or maybe something within your post happens that is unexpected, or your post title is unexpected that can catch people off guard. Now, these kinds of content can really help people to be engaged and to want to share it either with their followers or with their loved ones. Now, although you want to create shareable content, you don't want to go for viral content. Viral content is content that usually gets shared by millions of people, and that's not the aim. The aim is to just get really good at creating shareable content, content that people would want to share with their followers, want to share with their friends. If your content is improving over time and is getting more shares, you're noticing in your analytics that it's getting more shares, then you are moving in the right direction. Don't go for the overall viral video. Just keep creating shareable content, and eventually you will get a piece of content that does really well and really helps to build your social profiles. Don't give up. Keep consistently churning out shareable content. Adobe Spark is a fantastic platform that you can utilize to create posts and stories for social media. So as you can see, they have a template where you can actually create your Instagram stories, but you can download this and use the same story on LinkedIn or maybe for Facebook as well. And also you can create posts as well. So in this particular video, I wanted to demonstrate how you can create engaging stories for social media. So I'm going to utilize their Instagram story graphic template. So if I click on that, It then takes me into the inside of their editor, and they have a range of different templates that you can make use of, and you can actually search through some of their templates as well. So let's say, for example, I was trying to promote my baking business, then I can type baking here into the search, and it will give me loads of different templates around what I have searched for. So if I click on one of these templates, it then adds it to the editor. And it's fairly easy to edit this template. All I have to do is hover over the element that I would like to edit and click on it. And all of the options to edit this element shows up on the right hand side, whether that be to edit the text, edit the color, or the layout, shape, so on and so forth of this particular element. And I can also click on an image element as well, and I can make changes in a similar way. What I really do like as well is the option that they give you to add animation. So if you wanted to click on the animation, you can add animation to your text and just make it pop, make it stand out, make it different from what people are used to seeing on their social media stories. You can also add photo animations as well. So they have the zoom option. They also have a pan option as well. And they also have a blur option. So this is a really cool feature, and I recommend playing about with it just to make your posts on social media that much more engaging. This is a really great platform to help you to do that. You can also add photos of your own as well and import them from your computer. You can add different icons, design assets, and change the background, as well as adding logos and taking a look into the Adobe Spark library. So this is a platform I highly recommend you come into to really create the type of graphics, stories, and posts that are likely to get the attention and grab your followers, as well as help you to build more followers as well, because social media is all about grabbing attention and being noticed. Social media marketing is not all about the vanity metrics such as the number of followers, likes, or shares that a post gets. Yes, these numbers can help you to make your brand seem more reputable, and in some cases, it can help with improving your overall online authority. That being said, these numbers mean very little if they are not converting effectively into leads and sales for your business.